This pool has taken me by surprise. Its uniqueness refreshing. The timing of this deep dive, an unexpected blessing. It feels safe, like a child in the reliable arms of his or her father. Unsure of how I drifted this far, but without realizing it was occurring, I now find myself underwater. Wow. Let me be your mirror, gently reflecting the portions of you that you already know need correcting, but also illuminating the image that you are projecting, sharpening your vision for the journey ahead, ensuring you feel treasured daily before you climb into bed and before we sleep, that words of forgiveness or affirmation aren't left unsaid. Let me be your safe place. Because I know in the comfort of this love, you will protect, you will provide, you will honor the privilege of being the man who is my safety too. A person of character and value would never treat your presence as common or demand an audition from you. A divine partnership means keeping your word like treasure and actions being aligned with your talk would be the norm. Forgive yourself for accepting less than what you deserve. You are kind and lowered the bar to make it easy for people to access your glow until you realize they had no intention of reaching beyond the bare minimum. They just didn't want you to know. Of all the elements I encountered, I didn't expect the force of the current to be what caused my heart to break. As I was being whisked away, thoughts of regret and being naive swirled around. Wishing before I submerged, I heeded that famous warning, turn around, don't drown. Storm season is coming, hopefully gone. Debris is still being cleared. I'm assessing the damage, and it truly isn't as bad as I feared. In other ways, it is more wreckage than I even imagined. I've survived worse and rebuilt myself time and again. As I reflect on the season, I determined to protect my heart. Memories of good vibes and my pure intentions are all I have left in me. How did I miss the clues? Left feeling hurt and misused? Maybe I stumbled over a trigger and set off your short fuse. Or maybe you were just broken and manipulate yourself into believing you were misunderstood. Heal, so that one day you can show up like you know that you should. And you can stop damaging innocent people who only meant you good. Heal. Maybe I should want a love that feels like old school R&B. And wait for a man with an S curl and a windsuit to come to me like Levert and say, baby, I'm ready. I want something where we wouldn't be too proud to ask each other to stay. But we wouldn't have to, because at the end of the day, even when we get on each other's nerves, we know that we wouldn't have it any other way. But truly, I want a love that feels like neo soul. It smells like cocoa butter, and it's proud and tall, like fluffy natural coils. And just a brief journey into each other's eyes would be a relaxing escape, like inhaling organic essential oils. It would be unapologetic and authentic, sensual while also strong. But when I encounter a love that feels like a mix of all of these genres, I'll know that I finally found the right one.
Oh, damn.
Come on.
Yeah, it is.
It's cold.
Get real.
My girl said it's cold.
We family.
No, for sure. Be honest. Okay? Hey, come on. Touching your soul.
Alright, my bad. Alright. Okay, bring it down just a little bit. Yeah. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Alright, hell yeah. We're going crazy.
Not to worry, after your hard day's work, I'll be sure to leave you a 5-star Google review. It'll say something like, not only is he great at unclogging pipes, but he certainly knows his way around a screw. You recognize that enemies can smile in your face, some families' blood is not thicker than water, and some people keep tabs on you just to have more material for their slander of you. It hurts to feel the isolation and walk alone, but you decided it was better to have 3 friends you rely on than to have 10 who would readily lie on you. And you learned to forgive, and that was hard because the most damaging people rarely have the awareness to apologize. How could they? They are the victim in all that they've been through. But you forgave anyway, knowing that when you released the old, you were making space for new. You submitted yourself to the process of being cut. You made the decision that if there was anything in your life keeping you from being your best self, it had to go. You stood on business about yourself and said, if they aren't with me, they aren't for me. If they can't see the blessing you were in their life, they weren't ready to receive. Some are just so used to people that would leave them wounded that they couldn't bring themselves to believe that you were different. A gift.
Yo, you better rewind that.
If they can't see the blessing you were in their life, they just want. I'm gonna miss you. You became my favorite distraction. But I know that real love has to be built on more than chemistry and attraction. It's when words meet action, it's putting someone else first, sacrifice and caring how your decisions impact the other person. I threw myself in and gave everything I had despite your warnings, full immersion. As much as it hurts and though I can't stop crying, I have to walk away. I want it so badly to be the person you chose.
Oh, come on now.
For you to realize I'm who you wanted and for you to ask me to stay. I asked myself so many times, why was I not enough? The reality is for you, this was merely a low effort supply of validation. All of the benefits and none of the responsibility. One day it clicked, I had the realization that choosing you meant losing me. And I fought too hard to find me again. So I gathered my pieces, returned them to the box, never again to be exposed for someone wanting wife-level attention disguised behind the word friend. Thank you.
Yes.
In the normal course of building anything, construction takes place at a predictable pace. You start with a blueprint, you assemble a crew, procure materials, set a construction schedule and budget, then determine who will oversee the process. For some of us, the blueprint didn't arrive on time, someone spilled coffee on it and blurred the lines, or we found it shredded in pieces, which we are working to assemble like a puzzle. The opportunity to discover why you're here and where your talents lie is a journey our parents should have taken us on. Many of them didn't have anyone to lead them. So we were told to just live a little or you'll figure it out eventually. But what happens when you're still figuring it out and kids come, and bills, and the mortgage, and the demands of career? Meanwhile, you're still taking a hairdryer to your blueprint, trying to read it in spite of the liquid damage. Maybe we needed to hear that even if you have the blueprint and the materials, you may hit 18 and have a baby, unexpected crew member. Or you go to college or the military and you find yourself in love and get married, then the pressure of the responsibility has you in a chokehold before you're ready. I'm going to need to recreate and increase the budget. Or perhaps you cruise along just fine until you hit 30 and you haven't even started anything you planned and now you feel off schedule. Maybe, as my grandmother would say, you just keep on living and you turn 40, only to realize you don't have the education or skills, connections, or background to do the one thing you really want to do. Now I need more materials. The great thing about construction is if you believe there's someone or something greater than you directing the course of your life, you can step back and look at the messy work in progress and have no fear. You may not have a background in construction, but someone else does. When you're willing to go back to the drawing board and start over, your potential is limitless. It truly doesn't matter if you're 15, 55, or somewhere in between. It's never too late to build something new if you're willing to discipline yourself for your dreams. Go back to school, buy a house, or even start a family. Get that next certification, start your business, or write the book you wish you could have read to help you get ahead. Remember, you were born creative, proud, and full of ideas. You deserve to have the world at your fingertips. The idea that you can be off schedule is a myth. People and society try to force you into a pattern, reject it. You are a custom build, and you will be complete at the appointed time. So let people think what they want, whisper, or even criticize you behind closed doors if they must. But if they dare inquire as to the plans you have while they are still in progress, tell them nothing, smile mischievously, and admonish them to pardon your dust.